Now Frank Luntz is back with those voters to see how Mitt Romney fared. Frank, can you hear me?
Early in the show, you heard from our Denver undecided voters what they thought of Barack Obama. Show of hands, how many of you voted for John McCain in 2008? Okay, a minority of you. How many thought Mitt Romney won this debate in 2012? Raise your hands. Almost all of you. So give me a word or phrase to describe Romney's performance today.
Showmanship, stagecraft.
Non-committal.
Principled.
Articulate and command of the facts.
Clearly passionate and definitive.
Mostly shallow.
Determined.
Articulate and energetic.
Finally, some passion.
Demonstrated experience.
In control.
Determined and optimistic.
Prepared and passionate.
I thought being sincere.
Well coached and prepared.
Vague and as usual.
Leadership.
Succinct and direct.
Knowledgeable yet defensive.
Confident.
Political and non-specific.
Decisive.
Energized.
Passionate with truth.
What's the number one issue facing Denver and Colorado? Who here thinks it's jobs? Okay, well then there's one moment when Mitt Romney looked at Barack Obama and said, you shouldn't be focusing on other issues. His priority is jobs. It was one of Mitt Romney's high points in the debates. Let's take a look at how it dialed.
My priority is putting people back to work in America. They're suffering in this country. And we talk about evidence. Look at the evidence of the last 4 years. It's absolutely extraordinary. We've got 23 million people out of work or stopped looking for work in this country.
All right.
We've got, when the president took office, 32 million people on food stamps, 47 million on food stamps today. Economic growth this year, slower than last year, and last year slower than the year before. Going forward with the status quo is not going to cut it for the American people who are struggling today.
So tell me, why was Mitt Romney so good on jobs?
He said trickle-down government instead of trickle-down on supply-side economics, which was an interesting point that I'd never heard before.
Somebody else.
He's been there, done that.
Explain it.
He's run companies. He knows how to start these companies and make them work.
Putting people back to work comes down to good, pure leadership, which came through his leadership, his CEO qualities, I thought really became a big part of what he had to say.
His ability to craft solutions as opposed to forcing solutions as we've seen over the last 4 years.
Stop wasting money on big government.
He was very credible. I think he understood the interplay between the economy and job creation.
He's more in tune with what the American people want.
This is a country that divided both Republicans and Democrats. We have to work together to solve these things. I think that what Obama did was to try to divide the country, why we went down Republican.
And Romney?
And Romney worked in Massachusetts. How difficult that must have been, but things got done. It seemed like he worked on it.
If this is a reflection on what's happening in America based on this debate, these numbers are going to change because these are the swing voters in one of the most important swing states in America, Colorado, and they clearly swung towards Mitt Romney. Back to you.